Hello, and welcome to an old school game review. An old school game review. Not really an old school game. This game came out about 3 years ago. This game I'm talking about today is Final Fantasy Record Keeper, or as it's affectionately called, FFRK. And that stands for Final Fantasy Record Keeper. It is an app game. You can play it on your phone or tablet. And you can get it in the Play Store. I'm not sure about how you play it on Apple devices, but you can download it. And this game is specifically designed for people who like the sprite graphics of the first 6 games. I'm not doing it justice at all. Like, if you like the sprites from FF1, FF4, FF5, and FF6, if that's the kind of gameplay that you like, then you will love FFRK because it is a love letter to those sprites. It redoes all the enemies in those kind of sprites, and it redoes all the characters in those kind of sprites through the entirety of Final Fantasy, from 1 to 15, and they're even doing after years and what was Dirge Cerberus. They've got levels for that now, and Type 0. There's like 8 characters from Type 0 that you can play as now. It is a great app game, and it is a gacha game. It is a game that you can spend money on, and if you've got a lot of money to spend, you can probably get pretty good at the game pretty easily. But if you're like me, and for the most of the time, I've been playing this game since it came out. About 6 months into the beginning of Global, I had to restart because I was playing it actually on my brother's Google account, and he wanted to start playing it himself, so I had to restart. But I've been playing ever since then in the same account, so I've collected quite a bit of relics and things, and I'm having a lot of fun playing this game. But I would like to recommend it to newcomers. There's so much content that you can do, and you don't have to pay a dime to get good draws nowadays. There's so many events, and there's so much story. There's so much story content that it'll keep you busy for a long time. And all of your favorite characters are there. You get events every week where you can get items to exchange for your favorite characters if you have not unlocked them yet. There are events every week to unlock different characters from different realms. Realms, I say, like FF1 is a realm, FF7 is a realm, FF13 is a realm. And that is what is referred to as a realm. Each different game is a different realm. Or Dirge Cerberus and Crisis Core and FF7, they're all in the same realm. And if you have characters from that realm, they get synergy bonus, which makes them stronger. If you've got equipment from those realms, you get synergy bonus, and that makes them stronger. And so there's many tiers of content. I mean, when you first start out, you're just going to be wanting to work on the classic dungeons, the classic realm dungeons, and maybe some of the early levels of the current events to unlock the characters. But later on, you'll get into things called nightmare dungeons, and after that, you'll get into magicite dungeons, and there are also torment dungeons. And none of this means anything to you if you're just watching this for the first time and you have no idea what I'm talking about. But just let me tell you that it means content. It means that you will set goals for yourself, and you'll meet those goals, and you'll set new goals for yourself in this game. At least that's been my experience with it. I was kind of casual for a long time. I'd only tackle the easiest difficulty battles, and I wouldn't really experiment too much with my abilities or anything. But eventually I started experimenting with abilities. I started experimenting with different nightmare dungeons, and eventually I had a team strong enough to take on all the nightmare dungeons. And eventually I broke into the magicite dungeons, which is what I'm working on now. It took me a long time to defeat all 6 of the normal elemental dungeons, and now I have unlocked the holy and dark magicite dungeons, and I've defeated the holy. Excuse me, I've got some kind of weird thing going on in my chest. Anyway, and I've defeated the holy, but I've not even worked on the dark. So that is what I'm going to be working on later today, is a team to take on the dark magicite dungeons. or not dungeons, just the first initial one. Anyway, if you know anything about the game, then I just got Onion Knight's Forbidden Power, and I paid $28.99 for that, and that's how much I love this game. I'm willing to spend $30 for one relic, one item in the game, but it's a game-changing relic. I mean, it'll make things a lot easier for me, and I mean, it's almost necessary to a degree. But anyway, I've talked enough about this. If you love old school sprite graphic Final Fantasy, this game redoes all the characters in those kind of sprite graphics. And it is just really cool for me to you make a party of 5, any 5 characters from any Final Fantasy game. Any character you can think of, I can almost guarantee that they have come out with this character in this game. And the gacha component is the relics, the weapons and armor that you receive. So, if you're a Final Fantasy fan, this game is for you. And if you are a Final Fantasy fan, I'm sure you've already heard of it and you're already playing it. So I don't even know why I made this video. It's irrelevant. I just like to hear myself talk, and I just felt like talking passionately about this game because I play it every single day. It's the first game I play every day. I go on Twitter for about half an hour, and then I play this for about half an hour. And that's the first thing I do every single day. So check out Final Fantasy Record Keeper if you're a Final Fantasy fan. If you've never played a Final Fantasy, I recommend going out and playing 7 or 6 or 10. Get to know the games first before you come to Record Keeper, because you will not appreciate it at all. I highly recommend 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9's okay, 10 is great. And if you're a fan of 13, that's fair. 13, at first I was so excited for it, and then I got it and I hated it, and now I appreciate it for what it is. Enough about that. We're talking about Ffrk, and Ffrk is for you. Didn't even like this thing the entire video. What is wrong with me?